Please say hello in the comment section. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to go look really quickly. Um, I'm also going to let you know that this live is not for everyone. I have been for 2 years now flooded with messages and comments of people saying, "Can you please do a makeup tutorial?" I will say this is not going to be a makeup tutorial, but more so like a get ready with me. And I'm going to show you all the things that I use because I really only have 30 minutes before I have to go take my daughter to school and I have to get back here so that I can uh, do my video for today. We have a video coming out, lesson 51, I believe, Leviticus chapters 22 and 23, which I am super excited about. I can't see anybody's comments, so I'm just going to roll with this, but go ahead and comment anyway, because I will say that I will go back later and look at them. Um, and today was an exfoliating day, so I was like, okay, I guess this is a good day to do this. Uh, because that way you can kind of see like my full skincare routine. Again, not for everybody. If you do not enjoy makeup and skincare, click out, because what's going to happen is you're probably going to get annoyed and irritated and maybe even a little bit judgy by saying, you shouldn't be wearing makeup. You don't need it. I know. I know we don't need makeup, but I will say, and with all confidence, that I love makeup. I always have. I actually went to makeup school after Miss America. I went to makeup school in New York because it's just part of the creative brain. I'm a creative, you know? I love anything with artistry. Look how gross that is. Oh, can you even see it? Maybe I gotta go closer. Ew! That's leftover makeup. So what these are exfoliating pads. Everything that I'm using today is by a company called Lime Life with Alcone. I don't know how to go in and add a description at this point, but I will let you know that I will go back in and fill in the description of everything that I'm using. So these are called the glowing green toner pads. I use them once a week. They exfoliate, and I'm actually really quite dry right now because I was sick, so I was blowing my nose a lot. TMI. And it has lactic acid and witch hazel, and so it just kind of helps to exfoliate, gives you that baby butt face. And then also, for my moisturizer, this I've got this little handy dandy machine. It's called the DuoLab. It's expensive, but to me, I love it. And I use this nightly usually, but today I'm going to use it because I haven't had a chance to use it over the past couple nights because I've just been in a rush to get to bed. So I just throw on my normal moisturizer, which is this green smoothie. This is like a facial in a jar. Love it. But this DuoLab thing, it's kind of cool because it has this little. Oh, is it dead? Oh, it's not dead. It has this little thing where you insert these capsules, and one of them is like a serum. The other one is whatever kind of additional thing you want to add to it. I don't know where it all is. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, forget it. But what this does is it like you stick this in and you push the button and it mixes these two capsules together and it makes it warm and it helps kind of like gives you this spa like treatment. And there's like anti-aging ones. There's a Brilliance Boost, which is actually the one I wanted to use today because when it's makeup no makeup day, I like to use that because it just gives you this glow. But instead, I'm going to use the green smoothie because we need to get rolling. So Lime Life, if you don't know, and the reason why this is actually significant to Heart Dive, this is how Heart Dive was birthed. Was me doing this, and I used to do this on Facebook and Instagram. I was a stay-at-home mom when I first moved to Vegas, and I was like, okay, I had COVID, and this was when COVID wasn't actually a big thing yet. And so when I said I got COVID, everyone was like, "What?" And everyone logged on. They wanted to see, what my experience was all about. And I was doing this. I was getting ready because I didn't know what to do with my hands. So I'm like, I'm just going to get ready while I'm talking about my COVID experience. And it was really funny because the people started asking me like, "What makeup are you using?" And so that was kind of how it all began. I never intended to sell makeup. I still do not sell makeup, but I guess I sell makeup. I do have a referral link. So if you want any of this stuff, you can totally do that. Again, I'll put it in the description later. I'm going to use a priming spray. This is really great because it's moisturizing and it just helps your foundation settle really good. So anyway, never intended to sell, but because people were asking, I'm like, okay, I'll put my link in the thing. And that's kind of what happened. I ended up becoming a beauty guide for this company, but I was just straight using the products before that. And here's the backstory on that. I better make sure you can hear me first because I just said I can't see your guys' comments, and that is very true. Let me go to the channel. Hang on one moment. Uh-oh. I, you don't want to hear the echo. Okay, let me see. Is anybody here? Can anybody hear me? Okay, I think so. I see one. God bless you. Raquel, thank you for saying that. I'm assuming that's because you can hear me. Okay. Love the live. Okay, great. I'm going to keep moving. So anyway, I was using these products and the reason why is because I used to be head to toe in eczema. Full-blown eczema. I mean, crinkly face, everything pussy. It's gross. I know, again, TMI. But if you have eczema, you know what I'm talking about. I do not wish that on my worst enemy to have eczema. It is the worst thing. So I put a call out on my social media asking for clean makeup and skincare. And of course, everyone and their brother put their links, on my social media because they were like, I've got one for you. I've got a skincare and makeup line that is clean and it's good and, it's not going to affect you. And trust me, I tried all of them. I tried all of them because I was desperate because I had to wear makeup on the daily because um, I was on the news, and I was a TV show host. And so I was desperate to find a makeup and skincare line that could work for me daily and that would not break out my skin every single day. And so I ended up trying all of them. A lot of them are really great. I liked them for the season that I was using them. But in the end, Lime Life won out. So this skincare line and makeup line, it's clean, it's vegan, cruelty free, organic where possible. They use like the highest quality ingredients and it shows. And the parent company I had known about as a makeup artist because when I went to school in New York for makeup, I knew the parent company, which is called Alcone, because only cosmetologists could go to the Alcone store and buy Alcone makeup, which a lot of, if you're a high end makeup artist, you know this brand Alcone because they use it in the entertainment industry. They use it on the sets of movies and they use it on Broadway because it's one, the quality, but two, because it's long lasting and all these things. And so I knew it. And in fact, my makeup artist, by the way, I was just using uh this liquid foundation. It's called Be Amazing Liquid Concealer. I don't know what sorcery is in this, but it's crazy in the way that it covers up. I'll show you right here on this one little eczema spot that I still have left. Um, the way that it covers blemishes is unreal, unlike any other makeup that I have ever used. Look, it just disappears, right? Crazy. And it has skincare in it too. I think like maybe hyaluronic acid, all those things that you need whenever you're getting old. So anyway, my makeup artist actually used the Alcone makeup on me at Miss America. She used the concealer to cover up my tattoo. Please do not judge me. Yes, I have a tattoo. It was in my rebellious years when I was 17. I got the islands on my lower back and we didn't want to show them. So at Miss America, rightfully so. So she used the concealer and it totally covered because they would have to put on my concealer uh, or on my makeup early in the morning at like 5 in the morning. They would have to do this. This is our darkest color foundation, by the way. And this is what I use to kind of make my hairline a little bit lower because I have a big forehead. I call it a five head. So anyway, she used it on me. She also used the foundation on me. And so I knew the makeup and I had always been searching for it, but I could never get it because I wasn't a cosmetologist until I was a makeup artist. So anyway, what happened was the CEO and owner of Alcone said, you know what? I want to be able to get this makeup into the hands of everyday people while also putting money into the hands of women. She's super passionate. So this is a woman-owned company. Also, they love Jesus. It isn't advertised, but I personally know them and they love Jesus. And she even told me when I talked to her, she's like, because I was talking about my faith, and she's like, that is actually a huge part of the tapestry of our business, and you will see it, and you do. I mean, you see it in their hearts, you see it in the way they operate with integrity. So anyway, um, what was I saying? Oh, so she wanted to get the makeup into the hands of people, but also money into the pockets of women. So she decided to go the MLM route, or the direct sales route, where people could sell this makeup and make a little bit of money while doing it, you know? This is called contour, by the way. If you are not familiar with makeup, I'm just adding a little bit of depth into my face. Some people call it bronzing too. I don't know, but this is just kind of what I do to take the flatness away, I guess, from the face. So that is the darkest foundation. It's number 34. And then I go in with a little bit of a lighter foundation just to kind of blend it out. So this foundation is called the Perfect Foundation. It's a wax-based formula. It's hypoallergenic. It's really great for mature skin, which is why I love it too, because obviously I ain't getting any younger, right? And it's like a medium coverage, I would say. It gives you like a I like to say it's like a satin finish. It's not a matte finish. So you can very well, sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. You can very well get like a matte finish by using a setting powder, which they have great setting powders. But you can also get a really dewy look, which is what I prefer, because to me, dewy finishes equates to more youthful finishes. I mean, youthful skin is plump and it's glowy and it's beautiful. So that's the look I like to go for. And this foundation can definitely achieve it. So I would say medium coverage, but you can to full coverage. You can also do a very sheer coverage by using way less. It doesn't take much at all. I mean, I just barely tapped this little brush. By the way, Lime Life has new brushes, but they're still all the same kind of shapes. And I will link the brushes that I use in the description. They look a little different now, and they're a little higher quality than what I have. Okay, so I basically just kind of get my base going. Um, I don't use a lot. I don't like to use a lot. I don't like to cover. I feel like makeup is not so much covering as it is just enhancing. Um, it's kind of like, you know, when you have that natural palette of the canvas, of white canvas, and then you're able to add the colors and the beauty. It's kind of what God did, right? Like when he created the heavens and the earth. It's he had this beautiful canvas, blank canvas to start with, and then he added the colors and the textures. And you know, some trees are more bare than other trees, and so that's the way I look at makeup. Like some people like to wear more makeup than others, some people don't like to wear it at all, and to each his own. Don't be judgy. If you are being judgy, I would say check your heart. If this is irritating you and irking you. All right, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I don't anymore use eyeshadow, and I don't anymore really use anything other than bronzer. I use it for everything. So this is the bronzer. I love their bronzers because they're not shimmery, they're actually matte. So I use number 5 mostly. Um, I used to use number 4 more, but now I actually use number 5. And these products are so incredibly pigmented that you just tap your brush once and I just sweep it across my eye, because what I'm doing is I'm allowing the makeup to kind of just go where it needs to go, and it just adds depth back into my eyeball after I've primed it with the concealer. So I don't it's like no fuss. You know, you don't have to be a makeup artist to be able to use makeup. It's all I do. I allow the bone structure to kind of enhance the makeup, and it goes where it goes where it needs to go. In my opinion, I don't know. I could go in and add a little bit more crease. I used to do all of that, and I will sometimes when I like go out, you know, on a date night or something. I might actually. I don't. I lie. I don't do that anymore. I used to. But yeah, it's just like the easiest way to do makeup for me. So then I use that same bronzer and I just add it to the areas where the sun would naturally hit, which is the high points, right? So, and it's just, again, adding some contour to the face. And sometimes the process is a bit messy. I always say this, and it's like that in life too. Like the process of life can be very messy and icky, but man, the beauty it's so beautiful in the end, right? Like the beauty from ashes. That's how I look at my process of putting on makeup because some of y'all might be looking at me right now and they're like, that is not cute. Some makeup artists are probably like, can I please stop? But hey, this is what I do. This is all I do. So that's basically the gist of the base of my makeup. I like to go in and do my brows next because I want to allow it to dry. So I'm just basically using a brow gel. This is the dark color. I ran out, so now I'm just using a little cheapy one that I bought from the store, but I actually really like it. I don't know how you say this. I don't know if it's NYX or NYX, but it's the brow glue, and this is in dark brown. So all I do is just shape my brows a little bit, make sure they're not wildly. My brows go through a journey as well. Last year, when I look back on some of the videos, I'm like, what was I thinking? My brows were out of control. But it was kind of because that was the style back then. Um, there was like the bushy brow, kind of spider brow that was sort of in style. And I went with it and it was fine. Sorry, my nose is running. It was fine for a season. But now when I look at it, I'm like, oh gosh, that's horrendous. My brows look just crazy, out of control. All right. Oh, actually, another thing I like to do, I like to add a little pop of blush. This is the cream blush. I love these. This is probably one of my favorite products right now. I use Peaches just to add a little pop of color onto my cheeks. It's super blendable. This is one of those products that I love because you can wear it on no makeup days just to add, you guys, I was using the bottom, just to add a little bit of, you know, life into your skin without having a full-blown makeup face. Um, and it just blends. You could even use it on your lips. So again, this is the color Peaches. Um, and it has hyaluronic acid, it has skincare, so it's lovely. And then I use this color Cutie Pie, and this is where I add back in the dew to my face or the highlight. So if you ever wondered like how we get that lovely shimmer, what I love though about this is it's not glittery and it's not stroby. So some highlighters are really stroby and they look so pretty, especially on young girls, but I'm not that young anymore, so it doesn't look so good on me. It's just gonna look like I have streaks running across my face. So that's why I love this because it just blends nicely and the light hits it so pretty. You know, it just hits it perfectly, in my opinion. You can also use it to highlight under the brow. You could put it in the inner corners of your eyes just to like make them pop a little bit, but I don't normally do that. Just saying. But you can. You can do a whole lot more, but I just don't always do the whole lot more anymore. All right, the one eyeshadow I do use is this color. I think it's called either espresso or brownie, and I use this for my eyeliner. The reason why is because I don't like heavy. I just don't like heavy eyeliner anymore. I used to use liquid. But for me, at the end of the day, I just want to be able to wash my face and I want my makeup to come off. I don't want to fuss and tug and try to get off all of the waterproof eyeliner that, you know, I used to wear. Because really, when you're tugging on your face, that's not helping with wrinkles, you know, so I'd rather not have to tug around my eyes. So I just like to use eyeshadow. And actually, this eyeshadow, it's so pigmented, but it also has staying power, especially if you use like a setting spray. So this really doesn't go anywhere unless I like fully sweat or go surfing. You know, it doesn't disappear. Um, I do get my lashes done now, so I used to use falsies, but this just makes my life easier. So I don't even use mascara. This is it. And then I go in and finish with my brows. Um, So these are waterproof, these brow pencils. This is the medium color, and I just go in and kind of fill in so that I don't always use the dark one because sometimes when you use the darker color, it can tend to make you look kind of mad. So I usually try to just use the medium, especially on this outer portion. Hold on. I can't talk and do my brows at the same time, so talk amongst yourselves. So you know how I was saying like my brows have gone through a process. There was a time when I would like fully draw them in. There were other times when I would uh, just kind of wisp them in. And one of the ways I wisped them in was with this liquid brow liner. Um, and it's because it's so. Do I do this thing? Is that how? Oh, it worked. Sorry. You see how thin it is? So you can really get like those hair-like strokes. Again, I have to not talk. Hold on. Okay, can you see how it like just creates like hair-like strokes? So this is how I kind of just fill in the details. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I haven't done this in so long, so I don't even know how to talk about it. Ooh, okay. So you see how I kind of filled in that bottom line? Um, and I know I'm not really teaching. I used to do a whole lot more teaching of what I was doing, but I just don't have the time right now. But if you want me to, if you like this, if you think this was fun, this little get ready with me, let me know and maybe we'll do more. I mean, it's no skin off my back. I have to get ready anyway, right? So why not do it with you guys? And then maybe I can figure out how to actually look at the comments and have a conversation with you rather than just talking at you while I do this. Okay, hold on. Oh, see now I'm running out of steam. Oh my, I can't undo it. Ooh. Ooh, I also have to tell you, I just got a little affiliate link with a jeweler. I'm so excited. I haven't received my products yet. I actually I bought them. I didn't want to say it too loud. Um, I doged my husband and me and our finances, just being vulnerable. Um, we're trying to save some money, so I had to go in and see where the I almost said the WAST in fraud. We don't have any fraud, wasteful spending. Uh, I went in, and so I try not to purchase too much of things I don't need anymore. Okay, but anyway, but because this was an opportunity to share the jewelry that I love, I went ahead and purchased this gorgeous it's like higher quality costume jewelry, I guess you could say. I'm excited to share with you guys. You'll see it once it arrives, and you'll know because it's very distinct. You're gonna know when I'm wearing it. Um, but I'll be able to share that link. I hope they give me a discount code. So just to let you know, Lime Life, if you ever are interested and you do want to try it, they do have like a 30-day return and exchange thing. What is that? Policy. If you don't like stuff, you can return it or for a different color or different whatever, and then or you can just fully refund it. And then the last thing I do is lips. So I'm using the dark nude liner. Whoa, hold on. Can't talk again. I think the number one question is what color lipstick am I wearing? I probably get that one more than anything. So I'm about to show you. Dark nude liner. Honey also works for me. If you're lighter skin tone, the light nude, some sort of nude color is probably best. I don't like to use a dark lip liner. To me, it's just trying to get my makeup to sit within the lines. So I just use a neutral one. So here it is. You guys are gonna trip out on these colors because it doesn't, it's not what it seems. I use this corally color. I think it's called tropical coral or something coral something. It's number 204. It looks very orange at first. Okay. Uh, well, I'm gonna tell you in person, it looks a lot more orange. Also, I love the formula of their lipstick because it's super buttery. It's not like, when I used to like go into my friend's grandma's lipsticks and it was like crusty and would dry out the lips. So then I use like this purpley color. I think this is called Inspire. Makes no sense, right? To use like an orange with a purple. But if you know color theory, it totally makes sense because these are opposites on the color wheel. So when you put them together, they neutralize. So this purpley lip gloss neutralizes this brightness of the orange because this is a cool tone, that's a warm tone, and then it just kind of creates like a nude. Cool, right? All the things that you didn't know. Okay. Um that's pretty much it. Do I look like I normally look on camera? If I was going to recommend a mascara, if you are not a lash wearer, they have a tubing mascara, so it adds like little tubes to elongate your lashes. And then my other favorite is the waterproof. I love the regular mascara too, but I work out and I sweat, so I like to use the waterproof. And when I'm telling you waterproof, it is crazy waterproof. So if you order the waterproof mascara, please do not order it without getting the make off spray because you ain't gonna get it off and you're gonna be tugging at your eyes and then you're gonna lose your eyelashes and you don't wanna do that. So the make off spray takes it right off. This stuff is crazy good. If you need a makeup remover, I don't know, again, sorcery. It's not sorcery. I don't know what they do, but for some reason, this makeup remover is just crazy good, unlike anything I've ever used. Um, and then I just finish it off with a setting spray. Setting spray. This setting spray that Lime Life has is actually the same formula as the Urban Decay. So if you're a makeup person, you'll know this. The Urban Decay setting spray, which is like crazy good, and it just makes your makeup last longer. It gives it a nice finish. It moisturizes. It creates a barrier. It's kind of like, I don't know. I was going to try to make a Bible reference, but it didn't work. Oh, and I didn't get to finish what I was saying. So when I used to do my makeup, sometimes I would talk about my devotions of what I learned during my time of Bible study. And it almost became like a makeup and a message. And so I started getting messages of people saying, "Can you actually do more of the Bible study?" They weren't so much interest. I had men showing up to my makeup tutorials so that they could watch the ministry side of my little makeup, whatever, journey. So that was actually how I started the Bible study because that is where the seed was planted. So thank you to those of you who said, "Can you do more Bible study? Can you start a Bible study?" Because you are the ones who planted that seed in my heart of the whisper that the Lord was trying to speak to me. And that's how Heart Dive was born. I was doing makeup online and giving a little mini message, and the Lord said, "Do the Bible study." And so on January 1st, 2023, I started the Bible study thinking nobody would show up. But now lots of y'all are showing up, and I'm grateful for it. It's super fun. And I finished right on time. I got 2 minutes. I've got to get my dog packed up in the backpack so that I can pack my girl, my little baby girl, on our little mini bike. And I got to get her off to school. Last week of school. So, for those of you finishing off school, finish strong, finish well so that you can begin your next season well. And that could be for anybody who might be finishing in a season. I'm going to see you all in a few hours. I'm going to be filming. You'll see me in the same outfit, and I'll be posting lesson 51 for the Heartbeats of God. I hope you are able to join us in that. If not, if you're in 2024 study, keep going. You're not late. You're right on time. Every time you show up to God's word, it is timely. It's His timing. We're not on an agenda. He doesn't want our agenda. He wants our hearts. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me on this Get Ready with Me. If you want more of it, let me know in the comments. And as I said earlier, I will post the link to Lime Life and all of the products that I used if you're interested in getting any of them. By the way, I'm a terrible beauty guide. So if you message me asking me about colors and what should I get, I'm just gonna be honest, I probably won't see your message because I get so many messages and they just get buried. So I'm sorry if I don't. I'll try though. I will try to read and respond. But if I don't, please don't think it's because I don't care. Okay, love you. I gotta go. Goodbye.